What if I told you that within 10 short years, you could walk away from your job forever? Yeah, not because you struck gold, not because you inherited wealth, but because you built a system where your money works harder than you ever could. Crazy, right? Most people don't realize they already have the engine that can set them free. They just quit before it even starts. All right, before we dive in, drop your age or whether you've started investing yet in the comments. Sounds random? Nah, it actually matters. Where you are right now shapes every decision that comes next. Hey, I'm Ryan Riches. I've spent years helping people fix their finances, from debt chaos to total control. Today, I'm going to share the 10-year roadmap I give my clients. Stick around till the end, because I'll reveal the exact moment when compounding stops crawling and starts sprinting, and most people quit right before it happens. Can you guess when that magic moment hits? So, why do so many people work decades longer than they need to? Listen, it's not because financial freedom is impossible. No, it's because the first few years feel painfully slow. Every dollar depends on your effort, your discipline. You give everything, and the results barely move. Frustrating, right? That uneven trade convinces most people the system doesn't work. But here's the truth, it's just gathering speed. It's easy to believe early retirement is only for the rich or lucky. And when you start saving and the numbers barely move, that belief feels right. The early years feel slow because you're still the engine. You're pushing every bit of progress yourself. There's no compounding momentum yet. Can you picture that? Imagine someone earns a modest salary and saves $400 a month. After 10 years, that's about $48,000 before any growth. Solid, right? But next to a 30 or 40-year horizon, it looks like nothing. That illusion of nothing is exactly what makes people quit right before the turning point. It's like pushing a snowball uphill. Every shove takes effort, every inch feels heavy, and you barely see progress. Meanwhile, friends are spending, the market jumps around, and life distracts you. And just when you're about to give up, that's when it's about to roll on its own. That's where the magic begins. Let me show you. Sarah was 28 when she decided to leave her job by 40. She saved $500 a month, skipped dinners out, kept her old car, and freelanced on weekends. After 3 years, she had just under $20,000. Feels like nothing, right? Her friends were traveling, upgrading their lives, and she stared at a tiny number on a screen. She almost gave up. But those early years weren't wasted. That $20,000 wasn't a failure. It was the foundation for compounding. Her money had finally become strong enough to earn its own money. Can you see why most people quit here? Heartbreaking, but it doesn't have to be you. That's the invisible bridge where most stop. Just as they reach the edge of real progress, discouragement convinces them to throw in the towel. So what's the tipping point? How do you know when the system starts working for you? You measure it with time, not feelings. Wealth isn't random, it follows a clock. A very specific one. It's called the rule of 72. Take 72 and divide it by your average annual return. The result tells you how many years it'll take for your money to double. If your investments earn 10% a year, 72 divided by 10 equals 7.2. Your money doubles roughly every 7 years. Wow, simple, right? Start with $50,000. After 7 years, it's $100,000. Another 7, $200,000. Another 7, $400,000. Did you catch that? It's not linear, it's exponential. At first, it feels slow, but once it starts doubling, the leaps get massive. That's when your money stops being dependent on effort and starts working full-time for you. Now, the rule of 72 isn't perfect. Markets fluctuate, life happens, but it's an incredible way to visualize how time and returns work together. Here's the shocker. Waiting too long to start means losing an entire doubling cycle. That's not a small loss. It can literally double the time it takes to reach financial freedom. That's the difference between being free at 45 and grinding until 60. Let that sink in. Lost time compounds against you just like invested time compounds for you. Start with $50,000. For doubling cycles, turn it into about $800,000. Add one more, and you cross $1 million. That's how some people do in 20 to 30 years what others can in 40. Mind-blowing, huh? Starting early gives you massive leverage. Every additional doubling cycle shortens your journey by years. Michael, in his 30s, invested $60,000. After 7 years, it grew to $120,000. Another 7, $240,000. He didn't work more hours. He didn't save more. The system did the heavy lifting. His money was working harder than he ever could. By the second doubling, his money was growing faster than his effort. That's the magic moment, when compounding turns from frustrating to thrilling. Every doubling cycle is more than a financial milestone. It's a piece of life you buy back. The ticks on this clock aren't minutes. They're years you'll never have to sell again. Hey, wouldn't you want that? So the question, how fast can you make that clock tick? Compounding only works if you feed it. That means mastering two forces, offense and defense. Offense is growing your income. Defense is protecting it from lifestyle inflation. Together, they decide how fast your system builds freedom. If you earn $4,000 a month and save 10%, that's $400. That's $4,800 a year, or $48,000 in 10 years. With a 10% return, it grows to about $77,000. Not enough to retire early. Now imagine you double your income to $8,000 or $10,000 a month. That same 10% savings now sends thousands into your system every month. Over a decade, that difference alone can mean hundreds of thousands more. Huge. But most people increase income and lifestyle at the same time. They make more, but spend more. That's like running on a treadmill that never moves forward. The fix? Keep expenses steady, even as income grows. If you used to live on $3,600 a month, keep living on $3,600. The difference becomes pure investment fuel. Powerful, right? Here's proof. Person A earns $4,000 a month, saves 10%, and ends up with $77,000 in 10 years. Person B earns $10,000 but keeps expenses flat, hits roughly $193,000. Same timeline, same world, completely different results. Crazy, huh? Want to make this automatic? For the next 12 months, every raise, bonus, or new income source, invest it directly. Don't let it touch your checking account. Think of every dollar as a worker on your financial team. Each worker either builds your future or disappears buying something unnecessary. Assign them to permanent, productive roles. Yes, exactly. That mindset is everything. Saving builds the foundation, but offense and defense together fuel your engine and accelerate every doubling cycle. Now let's make sure that engine lasts. 3 layers form a long-term wealth system: growth assets, income producers, and stability assets. Growth assets, index funds, growth stocks, dividend-paying companies. Push your wealth beyond inflation and expand it over time. Growth alone is volatile. Markets swing, and if you rely only on this layer, you'll be forced to sell at bad times. Income producers, REITs, dividend stocks, rental properties. They pay even when markets wobble. Dividends and rent checks either fund your lifestyle or get reinvested. Stability assets, treasury bonds, high-yield savings, gold. They protect your portfolio during turbulence. Pro tip: diversify across currencies too. A slice in international markets or stable currencies like euro or Swiss franc adds resilience. Protection, not chasing returns. Together, these 3 layers form a balanced vehicle: growth to build, income to sustain, and stability to protect. Remove one, and the system weakens. Keep all 3 running, and your portfolio becomes unstoppable. Yes, unstoppable. Even after financial independence, reinvest 10 to 20% of passive income. That keeps your portfolio ahead of inflation forever. That's how you make compounding a design, not a hope. It's structure, not luck. The hardest part isn't math. It's patience. The challenge isn't calculating returns. It's staying consistent long enough to watch compounding do its work. The temptation to interrupt the process will always be there. And if you give in, you reset the clock. Your mission is simple. Start now. Don't lose another doubling cycle. Grow your income, but keep your lifestyle the same. Build your 3-layer wealth system: growth, income, stability. Reinvest a slice of your passive income forever. Every dollar you invest is a silent worker that never clocks out, complains, or stops. Calculate your monthly investable amount today and commit to a 12-month experiment. Send every extra dollar straight into investments. That one choice could buy you decades of freedom. Wow, imagine that. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe, and comment your monthly investable amount or target retirement year below. Let's see how many are serious about walking away from the grind before the decade's over. Because the truth is, you're already closer than you think. You don't need luck. You just need a system and the courage to let it run.